My heart is sinking as I'm lifting up above the clouds away from you. And I can't believe I'm leaving. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But someday I will find my way back to where your name is written in the sand. Stay in my brain, 'cause I remember every sunset. I remember every word you said, and we were never gonna say goodbye. Sing la-da-da-da-da, tell me how to get back to about this summer paradise with you. And I'll be there in a heartbeat. That quick girl. I'll be there in a heartbeat. That quick girl. My soul is broken.
Okay.
Streets are frozen.
Summer Paradise, Simple Plan. It's a bit of a rip-off of Jason Mraz, but we're going to play it for the guitar part for this. I'm going to keep it relatively simple. We're going to do cut-down versions of the chords, and you're only going to be concentrating on strings 4, 3, 2 and 1. If you remember, string 6 is nearest your head, string 1 is nearest the floor. You're only really going to be strumming these 4 strings nearest the floor. Okay, so take it, and it tends to do off beats. It's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So you're on the and rather than on the beat itself. Simple chords then take you through the first section, the intro and the verse. You need a chord of D, and that is finger number 1, string 3, fret 2. Finger number 2, string 1, fret 2. Finger number 3, string 2, fret 3. There's your chord of D. Remember, you're only aiming for these top 4 strings. Chord of A, nice easy one. Strings 4, 3 and 2, all in fret 2. B minor, G is the next one. Our very easy version of G is quite simply one finger on string 1, fret 3. And that will work as long as you don't strike these bottom 2 strings. If you want to do the full version of G, it's adding that, but for this, just one finger, string 1, fret 3. And B minor. B minor is probably the hardest chord, and for this version, finger number 1, string 1, fret 2. Finger number 2, string 2, fret 3. And finger number 3, string 3, fret 4. So they're going in a sort of diagonal line up. And once again, aim for the top 4 strings. And that takes you through the verse, that takes you up to the chorus, up to the pre-chorus anyway. For the first part, there is 4 slow beats on each chord. So it's like, because it starts on a chord of D, so it's D, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, then A, 1, 2, 3, 4, then B minor, 2 and 3 and 4, then G, 1 and 2 and 3, and then again D, 2 and 3 and 4, A, 1 and 2 and 3, B minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, and that's G again. And what I'm actually doing with my right hand here, after I've played the chord, I'm not letting it ring on, but I'm muting it. So after I play the chord, I bring, obviously I would normally be playing down there, but just so you can see on the camera, so I strum the chord, and then my hand immediately comes in and deadens it. So that's the verse and the chorus. When it gets to the but someday I will find my way back, the harmonic sequence changes double speed. Basically it changes every 2 beats rather than every 4 beats. So someday I will find my way back. We've got B minor for 2 beats, 1 and 2 and G, 2, then D, 1, then A, then B minor again, and then G, and then after that we've got the last new chord which we need, which is an F sharp ish chord. And for our version, your first finger on fret 2 is going to bar, that means cover both strings 1 and 2. So I'm laying it down flat, so it's covering strings 1 and 2. And then your your second finger, this one, comes over to string 3, fret 3. So finger number 1, strings 1 and 2 in fret 2, and your third finger, string 3, fret 3. For this particular chord, aim for just the highest in pitch 3 strings, so the 3 nearest the floor. So for that whole section, and that's the one chord where it's just sort of held. So when he's doing that bit, someday D, then A, then B minor, then G, then this F sharp chord, 3 and 4, and then there's a little, he just pauses, 2, 3, 4, then we're into the chorus. And the chorus, I think it's 4 beats on each chord, yeah. So it's G, 1 and 2 and, sorry it's not, it's 2 beats on each. So it's G, G, D, A, then D, G, D, A, G, D, A, D, A, and I'll be there in a heartbeat. And that bit, so I'll be there in a heartbeat, so it's on A, and I'll be there in a G, then D, then A. That's probably the hardest bit. I'll be there in a G, then D, then A. So the chorus is the only bit where some chords are actually lasting for 4 beats, and some for 2. If I just play that through again, it goes something, bear in mind this is only my own quick version, do listen to it and work out yourself. So the chorus is something like on a G, G, cause I remember every D set A, I remember every D you said G. So I've got the wrong chord there, let me do that again. G, I remember every D set A, I remember every D you said G. We were never gonna D, then A, hold the A for 4 beats. G, till we had to get D to A, back to someone on a D with you. A, and A, I'll be there in a heartbeat. D, then A, I'll be there in a G, then D, then A. Just the end of the chorus is the little tricky bit, and to be quite honest with you, I'm not quite sure. But if you have a listen to it and work out what best suits you, and that will take you through the majority of the song. Watch any of those bits back nice and slowly, because the 3 bits, you've got the verse, the pre-chorus, which is the someday I will make my way back or find my way back, and then the chorus, because I remember every sunset. Take one piece at a time, and then just build up the sections that way.